Okay, so it is June 11th, I think. Doing a little garden farm tour vlog, kind of. I do these to keep myself aware of the timeline of where I was this time last year. So, wife's got chicories growing in here. Got flowers. These are way behind. This one's not. They're not even coming. They're barely coming out of here. Trying to get flower beds going. Garden is doing pretty well. Got cilantro, lettuce growing everywhere, and most of our lettuce is up back in the greenhouse. We got plenty of tomatoes. Strawberries are finally picking them up. We put them in a little too early, and they were set back. They almost died, but now they're starting to come back. We got onions, more lettuce, more cilantro. That's our corn. Knee-high by July is the rule, and it looks like we're there. That's my pumpkin patch. All these things will be ready in right around September, October, the time you would expect to see corn and pumpkins. We've already harvested lots of radishes. We've harvested lots of lettuce. We can't even keep up with the lettuce. We eat lettuce every day and can't eat it all. Beans. I think those are, I'm not sure if those are melons. I'm not sure what you put over here. And then these are some type of bean. I don't know what those are. And our other beans, we're actually starting to get beans on them now. Which this is a first for us. We try to grow beans a lot of times and we can never get them to grow. They grow real pretty and they leaves everywhere, but no beans. This is the first time we're actually getting beans. All of our corn. We mulch in there with wood chips. I did do straw, but I probably won't do that again because it brought lots of, it had seeds in it. So we had a lot of little grass growing we had to pull out. So if you're ever gonna think about that, go with the wood chips or the shredded mulch over straw, because you see that? All those little grasses start growing. And then we did have some stuff back here. I don't know what that is, but it's just one little thing. Some of these things aren't working. We put stuff in here and they don't grow. So when you've got this many different things going on at one time, it's hard to keep track of every little area. This is the garden courtyard. We built this right before the spring, flattened out all the ground, then built all these raised beds, built a frame all the way around it, then brought in gravel. We actually used thick plastic tarp because we did not want to have to deal with weeds underneath this. Because even the weed barrier, you'll still have weeds pop up, and a lot of them. So we don't want to deal with that. So right now it's great. That's our hangout area. I built her that little table and it opens up and you can get underneath it. It's a work table / storage. Built all these walkways and put in this magnolia tree. And we go up to the greenhouse. These are our two areas for gardening. We have potatoes out here. These ones, they got blight, so I got to pull a few potatoes that were out in there. These ones look like they got something going on too. I think these are all cucumbers over here. Yes, we're in our vegetable tunnel. And of course, you've got the compost back there. That's worked out great. We used our compost to actually fill up one of our raised beds. Way better than the compost we even bought from the composting place. All right, we're in the greenhouse. We got our mint going like crazy. This grows by itself every year. Dill. We got all different varieties of lettuce, more tomatoes. We have lots of lettuce. If you're in the Oklahoma area and you want to trade lettuce for whatever crops you might have, let me know. Kale, carrots, some chives. So we're loaded down, and then we're growing horseradish. Got all our horseradishes growing real good. Our other potatoes. And I think we planted them pretty early. I think we planted them earlier than we should have. So, I mean, I think they're almost ready to be harvested. But that's the greenhouse here, and that's the garden courtyard over there, and walkways attaching them. The flower bed in front, so garden is humming along good. We got a real late start because we had a frost as late as May 1st, so we're not going to plant out here until Cinco de Mayo, May 5th. We can plant in here around mid-April, but we can't go out here until after May 5th to make darn sure there's not going to be any more freezes. Almost wiped out everything we put out there. And that's it for today, June 11th, 2023.